Alright guys, welcome back with us. Heath and myself, we had a weekend off from work, so we come out to a property here in East Tennessee that we've hunted a little bit. Never had a lot of luck here. There's a bunch of deer in the property. We've got about 400 hunts here with nothing in return, which we were pretty picky every time we come up here, but we've decided this year we're gonna take as many does as we can, and hopefully a couple of those big bucks that we know linger around here will step out to us this year. So like I said, we took this weekend that we have off of work, and we're going to try to get a few preseason things done. We've had one of my family members, he owns this property, we had him go ahead and bush hog back here for us. We're going to put us a food plot back here. We've got the 7-card stud. We're going to go with it. Me and Heath feel like this is going to be our best bet in this area, just because this here is going to bring bring something to keep them deer attracted throughout the entire season, all the way up in the winter after the rut hits. So we think it's going to do pretty good, don't we?
Yeah, it's got the good thing about this stuff is the turnips and radishes that's in here. A lot of times after the rut, of course, you know, those bucks, they run to death during the rut, and then after the rut's over, they try to put some more body weight back on. And with these turnips and radishes, you know, coming up, that'll keep them, hopefully be a good post-rut food attractant here for these deer. So that's what we're hoping for anyway.
Yeah, we, like I said, we know we've got a couple good bucks. We spotted one last year scouting right before season. It probably wasn't just a few weeks before season come in, and we jumped one, and he was a good deer, and we just didn't have any luck. We didn't really, I guess, take the steps we should have. That's why we're doing what we're doing now. But we got one of the biggest rubs I believe I've ever even seen in Tennessee found on this piece of property, 50 yards from where we're standing right now. So yeah, we definitely gonna go into it. Like I said, we've got this. We've got a mineral site I set up last year. It was probably mid-season when I dropped that off, just as far as something to maybe get going for this year, and it's working so far. They've got about a 18-inch hole dug in the ground where they've been pawing at it, trying to get some of these minerals. So we got some more trophy rock, and we got some more attractant stuff to put on this mineral site that we're going to throw out today. We've got this, of course. This will be probably a couple weeks before it actually gets out. Like I said, the property's just been bush hogged. We're going to get it tilled up and throw this out, and that should keep us going all year. We've got some little throw and grow stuff to put on the trail. Man, don't they know we're trying to do a show here? But anyways, we've got some things to put in place. We've got some corn, and we've got a gravity feeder we're going to set out. So just a few things that we're going to do to prepare this part of the hunt. Of course, our big hunt is going to be Ohio once again this year. That's kind of what we got our hopes on, but we do like to come out through here and a couple other pieces of properties in northeast Tennessee whenever we're not up in Ohio hunting. So we figured we'd try to make the best of it while we could. So if you guys want to, stick with us. We'll probably do a little bit of a time lapse. I'll show you guys a little bit of the property, maybe show you this mineral site and where we'll be setting our new stand and stuff like that. We'll check back in, but we will definitely give y'all a little bit of a time lapse footage of what happens throughout the day. It's not even noon yet, and it's just going to get hotter throughout the day, and I'm already sweating. So we're going to get at it. Stick with us, and we'll check back in. Alright guys, we've got this portion of it done. We're gonna move on down where we're gonna set the corn up with the gravity feeder. But once again, we've got mineral site here that you can tell they've already been digging on from this past season. So we went ahead and added to it, put a bunch of attractants and mineral block in that. And then we done a little bit of throw and grow on this road here. Can't hurt, figure we give it a shot. Maybe something, just enough to get some attention, and here's what we're hoping for. I got the blue hands from it. Yeah, but it's hot. It is hot. So, next up, we're gonna set the corn out. And where we're gonna set corn at?
It's trying to see this tree right here. It's got branches and stuff on it.
Yeah.
And you look right to the left, it's kind of
yeah.
front, that white looking one.
Yeah.
Maybe on that.
Where are we gonna put the camera though?
That's a good question. Maybe we could clear we got to think with him coming up in here. I mean, he'll see it, but it sure would be nice putting right there on that tree if a man had a place to put the camera. Looking right on that baby. Unless you want to set it back in the woods a little bit.
No, not really.
We ain't gonna be able to use it in season.
Yeah, but I don't want a bunch of obstructions. I'd rather it be a clear shot with the camera. We could set it on this one right here and put the camera right there, facing right at it.
Are we sure? Let's walk right here and look right here just a second. Might have to take this rake and clear some stuff out right here.
For what?
Just trying to think. Odds are if we get it near that close to that, then we're gonna have the same picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to think. Man come in here one day and bring him something, cut him some shooting lanes out even behind him right there.
Yeah.
We know they travel that. So what are you gonna do? You gonna back on down to yonder?
Might as well, haven't we?
Yeah. I'll take this. Alright guys, so the plans are, thinking about putting a stand in this tree right here. And of course, all this, which is what's been bush hogged, is what we're gonna get tealed up to put this 7-card stud in. It actually rolls down over the bank. Show you here. Comes down over this bank here. So we're gonna have basically all this out around through here, all the way to the woods, back around, back up to where Justin's at, back in this little gully here, and all the way back around to where we started. So it's gonna be a pretty good little plot. Justin's gonna move the vehicle down, and we're going to put the feeder down here, and we're going to he's gonna set a camera up there and get it on. Make sure to turn the power button on. I said make sure to turn the power button on. I can't count how many times that we've forgotten to put the cameras up, and we're real excited about, found some good sign. Real excited about what we're gonna have on the camera. Of course, when we come back and we get back to check it couple weeks later, and we forgot to turn the power button on. That's happened, I don't know, 3 or 4 different times. So I think we're going to utilize a feeder possibly on this tree here, and of course we'll put the camera facing it, something to give us a little bit broader spectrum. A lot of these deer travel. Of course, we have a section of woods here, just very, very thick right now, but this section of woods here, those deer travel right across this roadbed and come down, and then over in here is another big green field. The reason we chose this as a food plot, it's kind of secluded up in the woods. Woods surround it. It's not a real big portion, but it's good enough. I think the deer feel safe here. Of course, before they go out into the big field out here, I think they stage up here a lot. We bumped a lot of deer early morning coming in and late evening coming out, so it's a good place to hunt. Like Justin was saying prior, we had probably, I'm gonna guess, deer maybe upper 130s, low 140s last year that we jumped. Huge deer. When we first named him, we called him Hoss, but I think I'm trying to talk Justin to change his name to Ghost, because we never see the deer. So he's definitely a mature buck, and one we're after this year. So I say we'll probably utilize this farm a lot. I've got a couple of farms myself that we'll go, we use as a backup. I've killed, I guess over the past 3 years, I've taken 3 8-pointers off of it. Killed an 8 3 years ago with a muzzleloader. Killed an 8 the year after that with a bow, and then killed an 8 last year with a rifle. So I think a lot this year. We got these Parkers, Parker bows, so we're gonna be trying to shoot those a lot, and they're deadly. I got the Parker Poison 32, and man, it's dead on. Got a good setup on it. So but like I say, stick with us here. We're gonna get some stuff set out. Justin's putting the camera back up top where we come up from putting the no-till stuff. Only reason we've really done that, guys, is we got, of course, this is going to be completely, we're getting it tilled with a tractor this week, and we're just trying to get something out for these deer during that process, because we're going to be going to Pennsylvania, and it'll be another 2 weeks before we get back. So we're just trying to get something in the ground, or on the ground, may I say, with that no-till stuff, Whitetail Institute. So we got this 7-cart stud we're gonna put in here. We're gonna get this tilled up, and when we come back 2 weeks, we're gonna go ahead and throw the seed out on it, get it fertilized, and hopefully take some nice bucks off of this right here. Got some good feelings about it. There's a ton of deer in here. I know one year we come out, counted over 50-some deer. So there's a lot of deer in here. We're just trying to pattern them right now and see what they're doing. So anyway, stick with us. We'll get this feeder up. Feeder, left or right? This one or this one?
I'd say feeder right there.
Right here?
Yeah.